To see him at the top. The Cowboys are my team, and it's my dream to see him at the top. Up here. All right, that's enough of that for now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia, and welcome to the Saturday football review for round 24 of the NRL. And wow, how good's footy, man. You have your good moments and your bad moments with footy, but honestly, as a Cowboys supporter, I am over the moon with what happened tonight. The North Queensland Cowboys 42-4 over the Canberra Raiders. That now gets us to 13 wins and 9 losses, I think. 13 and 9. 30 points on the competition ladder. We have a bye next week. Yeah, we're 13 and 9 on 30 points. We have a bye next week. That'll get us to 32 points. And then, and only then, we are just about locked in for finals footy. I am over the moon with that performance. That was outstanding. If you guys didn't watch the live reaction, go back and watch it. It was a fantastic live reaction. It was a great live stream. We had a good crowd. It was a good time. It really was. And I really enjoyed everyone for tuning in. Everyone that tuned in, I really appreciate you. But holy crap, man. That was a huge win for the Cowboys. What a fantastic win. But what about Super Saturday? What about the West Tigers? They just beat the Rabbitohs. Now, it was a bad game. Trust me. It was ordinary to watch. I didn't enjoy it. If you're a Tigers fan, you probably enjoyed it. If you're a South fan, you probably just want to step in a bunch of bindies right now and end the season, because South fans, well, they've had enough. They have had enough, let's be honest. And the earlier game, Bulldogs over the Dolphins, man, 30-10. Dolphins are in that game for a long time, but they just fell away. Hello to the chat, as always, the live chat. Hello to Michael. Hello to Lockie. G'day to Gene. G'day to Rishi. Hello to Will, GTT, Jeffrey, Luke, Lockie, Jason, everyone that's here. Luke, Melbourne Storm fan. I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. Who else we got in the chat? I hope you're all well on this Saturday night. 3 games to review, and I think we will get through them fairly quick because there isn't a lot to go over. We'll start with the first game, man. Bulldogs 30, Dolphins 10. This game was good for quite some time, man. Dolphins' second half, though, was just absolutely disappointing. They were in that game for a long time with the Dogs, but they fell away. They just fell away, and they couldn't get back in the contest. They tried really hard, but things just didn't go their way. Bulldogs dominated the majority of possession, and the longer the game went, the better they got. They got a lot better, the Dogs. The Dolphins, they struggled the longer it went, man. The tries in this game, man. Jacob Carraz had a double. Addo Carr had 1. Bronson Sherry had 1. And Connor Tracy had 1. And for the Dolphins, tries to Jermaine Asako and Jake Avarillo. Bulldogs, man. Bulldogs were on fire for a while in this contest, man. I think they scored first, and then Dolphins hit back, and then Dogs got out to, and I think it was an 8-point lead or something, or maybe a 10-point lead. And then Dolphins fought their way back. Hang on, I'll tell you what it was. It was 6-0, then it was 6-4, then it was 10-4. It was 16-4 at one point, and then it got back to 16-10 because Avarillo got that intercept try right just before halftime. 16-10, and then pretty much from there, Dogs just went bang. There was a penalty goal to make it 18-10, and then, yeah, Sherry scored. Uh, Tracy went over for a try. And, yeah, well, yeah, it's Bronson Sherry and Connor Tracy. And Bulldogs were good, man. Bulldogs were really good. Dolphins, concerns for them. Couple of worries for the Dolphins. Now, if the Dragons beat the Titans tomorrow, the Dragons will be back in the top 8. If they lose, Dolphins will actually stay in the 8, but their position's under threat. Now, probably one of the highlights of this contest was the hammer running down Josh Adokar. This was awesome. There's talk at the end of the year that we're going to get the 100-meter sprint to see who the fastest player in the NRL is, but I thought it was great, man. I thought Adokar was going to score, and then Hammer tracked him down. So that was good to see, man. I like saying that. Probably the highlight of the game, man, besides the Dolphins getting run over in the second half. That was a highlight to keep an eye on, but great performance from the Bulldogs. They just keep on winning. They are going to play finals footy for the first time since 2016. So well done to the Dogs. Fair play to them. I'll be down there in a couple of weeks for the Bulldogs versus Cowboys game. So that could be for a home final. That could be for top 4, depending on results and what happens with the Sharks. I really hope the Sharks lose tomorrow to the Knights. So, GTT, as much as I have shat on your Knights the last 2 months, maybe most of the year, to be honest, I actually hope you guys win tomorrow. Do us a favour. You'll be doing Manly and the Dogs. You'll be doing Cowboys. You'll be doing all these teams around that are in the 8 of favour. So, please beat the Sharks tomorrow. That would be nice. But, no, good performance from the Dogs. Fair play to them. Fair play to them. Player of the game. There was a couple of absolute standouts. 2018 was last time. No. It was 2016, bro. 2018, I think Dogs were bottom 4. Pretty sure they were horse shit. Pretty sure they were crap. Yeah. Sorry, guys. We just got to put a disease troll in the chat. Bye-bye. Don't come in here and say that sort of crap. But yeah, look, very good performance. Well done, Dogs. Player of the game. Oh, look, there's a couple you could probably pick. Connor Tracy was outstanding. Yeah, you know what? Connor Tracy, very underrated player. Thought he worked really hard in this game, and I thought he played really well. So, Connor Tracy is my player of the game. Bulldogs, too good. Now, Cowboys 42, Raiders 4. Love this. Absolutely loved every second of this. What a win for the Cowboys. Obviously, last week's embarrassment against our arch rivals, the Broncos. This was a massive response. I did say to a few people during the week that after what happened to the Cowboys last week, I would not want to play. I would not want to play the Cowboys after what happened last week, and that was my feeling, and that was the suspicion going into this game, man. Cowboys were absolutely on from the get-go. Now, second half might have been a little bit lackluster. Didn't really do a whole lot in the second half, but didn't have to. Jake Clifford, absolutely fantastic performance. Now, obviously, Chad Townsend has been the Cowboys halfback since 2022. He is moving on to the Roosters at the end of the season. Jake Clifford is the future. He's younger. He's fitter. He's quicker. Defensively, he has better reads in him. Nothing against Chad. Chad's defense, the last month or so in particular, just hasn't been Chad Townsend level, I guess you could say. And Jake Clifford came in tonight, took his spot really, and had an absolute blinder. That was the best game Jake Clifford's played in a Cowboys jersey since coming back to the club. I heard Todd Payton in the press conference say that Jake Clifford had a lot of growing up to do. And he has done that, man. He's been to the Knights. He's gone overseas. He's come back, older, more mature, and yeah, he played great tonight. And even in the games earlier in the season when he was just filling in for a week or two, like he played well in most of them. I think there was one game where he was shocking, but every other game he come in, he did a job, and that's what we expect of Jay Clifford. Just come in, do your job. Don't worry about anyone else. Do your job. Kick well, tackle well, set up tries, do all that stuff. And it was great tonight, man. Jay Clifford scored first. Valentine Holmes had a hat trick. Valentine Holmes was outstanding. Tom Dearden had a try in game 100. Kyle Felt had a double. It was your typical Cowboys game, man. Like, Clifford was terrific. Val Holmes obviously signed a free deal with the Dragons during the week. He had a blinder, 3 tries, absolutely destroying Matt Timoko. Insane. Absolutely insane. Felt scoring 2 tries. Unbelievable. Dearden, well deserved. Tom Dearden, 100th game, deserved to score a try, and he did. The one player that didn't score a try, who I thought was absolutely phenomenal tonight, was Scott Drinkwater. Scott Drinkwater's he was in everything. He was dangerous. He was running the ball. He set up a couple of tries. I thought Scott Drinkwater tonight was absolutely unbelievable. Drinkwater was terrific tonight. Dearden was outstanding. Jake Clifford was outstanding. Everyone was great, man. Everyone was good. Now, if you look at the stats, only okay, no, I was wrong. 4 Cowboys players ran over 100 meters, man. Like Jordan McLean. I know Jordan McLean's getting older, but my God, how good's he been going this season? You got Sam McIntyre just doing a job, ripping and tearing. McKaylee off the bench, 33 minutes, 121 meters. Great to see. Griffin Neem, 59 minutes, 142 meters. Phenomenal stuff. Also, shout out to Harrison Edwards. I hope he's okay. He copped a really nasty HIA. I think he might have a little concussion. Bounced off the hip of someone, so that was terrible. Ruben Cotter, one of my favorite players. He was probably a little bit off. He had a couple errors in him tonight. I think he had 3 errors or something, so he'll be disappointed with that, but he'll be fine. But look, man, just Cowboys were great, man. Player of the game. There's so many to choose from, to be honest. Also for the Raiders, man, like not many Raiders players did well. Like a lot of them were shocking. They really were. To be honest with you, when I was watching the game live, Hudson Young and probably KO Weeks, who obviously KO Weeks was bashed, man. He was destroyed. Hudson Young, probably the only one really that tried really hard and had a great game. So Hudson Young was probably the Raiders' best player, to be honest. But for the Cowboys, like player of the game, you can probably pick anyone. Like you could pick Drinkwater, you could pick Clifford, you could pick McLean, you could pick Dearden. Like Val Holmes had 3 tries, for crying out loud. For me, it's between Val, Clifford, and Drinkwater. You could pick any of them. I'm going to go Jake Clifford. I think coming back in, playing halfback, it was under a lot of pressure tonight to play well, and he absolutely killed it. So, well done. Jake Clifford, player of the game. Val Holmes and Scott Drinkwater, very close second. But great win, Cowboys. Now we get the bye, and we'll be on 32 points. So, should be enough to make the 8 now. It should be enough. I'm over the moon. I really am. If Dragons lose tomorrow, we'll be pretty much get locked in. So, good stuff. And the other game, the bottom 4 game that we were so anticipated for. But, yeah, look. Tigers 18, Rabbitohs 16. I can't believe the Tigers won. They had a lead for a while. I think it was 18-4 at one point. And then South fought their way back. I'm so happy I got my multi. I put a bet on earlier today, man. I had $10 on it. I had Josh Adokar to score. I had Tom Dearden to score. And I just needed Keon Kalamatangi to score. I was getting real nervous, and then he went over in the second half. I was like, yes, there it is. So, very, very pleased about that. But, man, South Sydney, They were ordinary. Absolutely ordinary. They could have won the game at the end on the bell. Davey Mawali went through a gap and scored a try, but the referee called it back for a forward pass. And look, you can question it if you want. A lot of people probably will question it, but go back and look at the replay. I think it's a forward pass. It's a tough one. It really is a tough one, but I think looking at the replays, looking at it live, you'd have to say it was a forward pass. Definitely a tough one to take for the Rabbits. Definitely tough for them, but I think it was a forward pass at the end of the day. I think it was. But look, no, phenomenal performance. Tigers played well, man. Like, got off to a really good start. There was a ridiculous sin bin though. Who was it? Was it Richie Kenner? Richie Kenner got sin bin for a high tackle. They said that there was force in it. They said that it was careless. All it was a swinging high arm, high tackle. I don't think it was worthy of a sin bin. I thought that was a really tough call, but it didn't make a lot of difference in the game. And yes, the Tigers may have scored during that period, but South Sydney had so many chances in this game to make a late comeback, and they did it way too late. So unlucky for the Rabbitohs. I don't even know where the Rabbitohs go from here, man. They take on the Knights next week at a Core Stadium, and if the Dolphins do lose next week, and if the Dragons lose tomorrow and next week, then that Knights game against Knights South at a Core next week, Newcastle could be playing for a spot in the 8 still. So even if Newcastle get beaten tomorrow and say Dragons lose next week and tomorrow and say Dolphins get beat again, Knights will be playing for finals next week against South. So it's at a Core. You never know what's going to happen, but Tigers win. Really ugly game to watch, but tries to Charlie Staines, Luke Laluli, I can't even pronounce it, so I apologise there. Dewey scored against his old team, and for the Rabbits, tries to Jai Gray, Keon Kalamatangi, and Damien Cook. So, yeah, play a couple of standouts. I thought Keon was good for Souths. I thought Jai Gray was really good. I thought Murray played well. David Mawali had some good runs in that game. Also, I can't believe I'm saying this, and I'm looking at the stats here, but I don't really care about the stats because I thought he played well. That was Sean Kepi's best game in ages. Sean Kepi has been really poor for South all year, but Kepi played well tonight. I didn't care what anyone says. He was good. And for the Tigers, man, look, for that young fullback, Heath Mason did a pretty good job. Lachlan Galvin had some good moments. Stefano was good. Isaiah Papali'i doing all the hard work through the middle. And I thought the Tigers bench, man, I thought Fanua Pole and Alex Twal were very good as well. But my player of the game is going to go to the young fullback from the Tigers, Heath Mason. Thought he had a very good game in my opinion. So I'm going to give him the player of the game. Thought he was good. Thought he was really good. But guys, that's where the Saturday football review is going to come to an end. I really appreciate you all for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I'll be live tomorrow for the Sunday football review as always, guys. So make sure you tune into that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Let's get the song on. Get wet. Get wild, and you bet. Here we go. The Cowboys are my team, and it's my dream. See them at the top. The Cowboys are my team, and it's my dream to see them at the top. The Cowboys are my team, and it's my dream. See them at the top. The Cowboys are